be amazed at the number of people who suffer with self-esteem issues. And maybe you're one of those people. Self-esteem issues are real. They're nothing to be laughed at. There's nothing to shrug off and say, oh, they ought to just get over it. Many of us have had to deal with issues involving our self-esteem or our self-image, how we feel about ourselves, or how we assume other people feel about us. This issue could have evolved from our childhood. It could have come about by something someone said to us, the way we were treated, or the way someone made us feel. Or maybe we've even lied to our own selves because we look in the mirror and we don't see the image in which we want to see. So today we want to talk about ways in which we can overcome self-esteem issues. Because here on Hey Sister by Two Cute Sister, our mission is to empower women to be their best selves. And one of the ways we're going to do it is by learning to love who we are. So let's talk about the problem. Self-esteem issues. Not liking what we see, not liking who we are. As I said, this may be the result of something someone said to us, something someone told someone else about us, or the way we feel about ourselves when we look in that mirror. I can remember my self-esteem issues. For years, I did not like the way I looked. I was too skinny in my mind because people always called me the skinny one. And so I would look at myself and I was small and I would say, oh, I'm so little. No one is ever going to like me. No one is ever going to be attracted to me. I was a late bloomer. My first cousin had blossomed and she blossomed early. Me, I, on the other hand, blossomed a little late. I did not develop those wonderful things that made women special until I was much older. And so I felt bad because me and my first cousin were the same age. Actually, I was a little older than she was, and my mom and my aunt always say, oh, well, you know, she hasn't quite made it yet. And they would look at my first cousin and say, yeah, she's in full bloom. And yes, she was in full bloom. I was not. And now I'm thankful that I was not. We need to cherish those moments of early childhood. But I didn't understand at that point in my life. And I can also remember thinking that I was ugly because people would tell me I wasn't cute. They said I had little scrawny legs. They talked about my color. And as a woman of color, I was considered dark because I have a sister who is much, much brighter than I am. And so I was always called the little dark one or the little black one or whatever. And so I thought I was very, very dark, and I thought I was ugly because of the way people talked about me. And really, there was nothing wrong with me. And all honesty, my friends, so-called friends, they weren't really my friends. They were like my neighbors and people growing up. I don't think they realized what they were doing, but they would compare us and they say, well, Penny, but no, you know, the little dark one. And so I always thought something was wrong with being the little dark one. And so for years, I thought I was extremely dark. I thought I was extremely ugly. I thought something was wrong with me because, again, my sister did not look like I did. She was much brighter. She was also shorter and thicker. And she sort of bloomed earlier too. And I was like, oh no, I'm the ugly one. I'm the one that doesn't have anything going for themselves. But that was not true. I had a lot going for myself, but it took me years to realize it. And so I want to talk to us about accepting who we are. It wasn't until years later, far into adulthood, that I began to accept me for me. Even in my teenage years when I was dating, and I was dating a guy that liked me, and I had blossomed, and suddenly I was cute, and guys were trying to call me or like me, I still did not feel worthy because of all the years of hearing I was a little dark one, I was a little scrawny one, I was a little bloom late. Things people said about me influenced the way I felt about myself. We have to accept ourselves for who we are. We can't go off of what other people think about us or what other people say about us. As my mom used to tell me, they talk about Jesus Christ, baby, they're going to talk about you. And it is true. We cannot spend our time worrying about who other people think are beautiful and who they think are not. We are what we were made. We are who God made us to be. We look the way we look, and unless you're going to pay an awful lot of money for plastic surgery, this is it. And I know I'm not. I'm happy with the way I look. Of course, you know, it took a little while to adjust, but I'm happy with me. And at my age, I'm definitely happy with me. There isn't very much I would change about myself. Now, I'd be completely lying if I told you I look every lump and bump that I had, I don't. but I have learned to be happy with who I am. So the first thing I'm going to say about correcting that self-esteem or self-image problem is make a conscious decision that you are going to love you. Consciously decide that you are important, you are worthy, you are the center of your own universe. It does not matter what anyone else thinks about you. You are going to love you. We have to make a conscious decision to do that. Decide. I'm not listening to any more of this garbage. I'm not listening to anything else someone has to say about me. I know who and what I am, and I'm happy with who and what I am. I'm not saying stop dieting if you're on a diet. I'm not saying quit doing any of the things that you are doing to make yourself look or feel better. Do that. Like I said, a diet, you may need to be on a diet or want to be on a diet. Or there may be a reason you're on a diet, medical reason. So don't change that, but don't force yourself to do something because you're trying to change your looks to suit someone else. Learn to love yourself as you are and decide that that is what you're going to do. Make a habit of doing something good for yourself. You are worth it. Do something for you. As my mama used to tell me on payday, hey, I work for this little bit of change, and I'm going to buy me something. I don't want to sit up at that job all week. And you know what? She's right. She was the one that sat at that job all week. She was the one that sat there and humped and had to listen to people talk upside her head, as me and my sister like to call it. So do something for you. I'm not saying do something for you every day. That's a thought. At least once a week, give yourself a treat. Allow yourself something special. Praise yourself. Tell yourself, you did a good job today. You're a wonderful girl. I love the way you look. I like the way your hair looks today. I like the way your nails are looking. Oh, did you do something? Talk to yourself and do something for you. And that, just because you're talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy, because not all of us are crazy. But you are making a conscious decision to encourage yourself, and you are doing something special for yourself, and make this a habit. Write down what's so special about you. You are special. God made each of us, and He made each of us special. He gave each of us different characteristics. He gave each of us something different. Write down what makes you special. Hang it up on your refrigerator. Hang it up on your wall. Hang it somewhere where you can see it, and you will look at it and refer to it every day. God made you special. Write it down. Look at it. And don't forget to do your positive affirmations. Tell yourself something positive every day. Make a list of some good things about yourself and read them off to yourself daily. Go to those affirmations. Go hang them in your bathroom window, in the mirror. Somewhere you're going to see them all the time. You need to hang them in your car, in the dashboard, wherever you need to place them. To those affirmations often. Like I said, look at them. Place them where you can look at them, read them to yourself, say them out loud. You need to hear yourself say those good things about you. And that's what we're going to do. And you'll begin to notice the change, and you'll release those negative thoughts, negative beliefs that you have about the way that you look. So I thank you guys so much for listening. This has been LaWanda Shields with Hey Sister by 2Q Sister, talking about the ways we're going to overcome our self-esteem issues. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast.